Hello and welcome back to another Sorcerer Fighting Simulator video. Today I will be showcasing all of the acid powers plus the acid spirit, since I finally unlocked all the powers after many days of training. Anyways, let's get right into the video. So first up, just to go over acid a little bit, you need Hexmaster, which is the very last rank, in order to unlock it. It costs 150 million mana and you need 450,000 staff swings and 360,000 push-ups. Once you get Hexmaster though, you'll be able to get the quest from this guy and also unlock the acid power and just use it however. It takes a lot of time to do the skills quest since they do have more swings on them than most of the other quests. So first up we have acid rounds, which is just like the magma shots or lightning bolts. It shoots 5 rounds of magma balls that deal damage to your target, and you can aim them any direction. They're very useful if you do have good aim though. Next up is acid walls. It creates 4 walls around you that surround you, or you can trap an enemy inside and they will run into the wall and take damage if they try to leave. As you can see, he tried to leave and he took damage. You take damage as long as you are touching the wall. So no one can get in or come out unless you want to take damage. Next up we have acid pods, which throws down a series of acid pods on the ground that explode after delay. They're pretty spread out, so it's hard to hit a target with them. This is probably one of the worst acid skills, but it's very useful in some situations. As you can see here, they're pretty spread out and they don't really deal that much damage. It's just one tick. The one thing that they're useful for is if you come up to a wall and use them, they will all be piled up and deal a ton of damage. So as you can see, earlier he got one hit and he was fine. This time, killed him instantly. So if you do manage to get your opponent into a corner, that's the one situation where this skill would be useful. Now we have Acid Blast, which emits a huge blast of acid in front of you, causing burn damage. So right here. And he is getting burned by it. It looks like it deals 5 ticks of burn damage. Maybe more, but he did die from it, so... Next up is the acid path. It summons a path of acid that when touched causes players to slip, and it also deals damage. So let me get him over here. So when I use this skill, he will run through, he'll take damage, and he'll slip on the ground. Yep, it did a little bit of damage to him and he fell. So that would be good if someone's trying to escape from you. You just put that in front of them and they'll slip, and then you can get your attacks in. Now for the last power that you can unlock for quests, it is the bounce pod. It places down a pod of contained acid that when touched by you, launches you in the direction your camera is facing. So if I place it down here, and I look up, it'll launch me up. If I place it here, and I look straight, it'll launch me straight forward. And that's mostly useful if you are running. So as you can tell, running, place it down, look up, boom, sends me flying. Very useful for traveling. The very last acid power, which is an unlock from the boss, we have Poison Pulse, which releases a poison that engulfs an area in pulses, causing huge damage to those in it and blurs their vision as well as dealing burn damage. It's slow attacking, but it is burning him and it does a lot of damage, so it kills quickly if you can't get away from it. And now onto the spirit. For this energy we have Renee, which is the acid spirit. It's got 3 skills: poison darts, extended tongue, and super jump. Poison darts throws 2 poison darts that deal damage over time. So if I shoot him with these, deals damage on impact and also poison damage. So just from those 2 hits, it brought him down to pretty low health. Now for the extended tongue, it uses an extended tongue damaging enemies and pull in players. I believe this is the max distance for the skill, so if I use it here, it'll deal damage to him, pull him in, and there he is right in front of me. Not a lot of damage, but if you do have a running opponent, then you can just grab them and bring them towards you, get your attacks in. For the last spirit attack, it's super jump. With super strength, jump very high into the air. You press G, sends you flying up into the air. And it is pretty high. So, a good combo for going up in the air is, first, you use the bounce pad, then super jump, and then staff launch, in this order. And boom, almost made it to the very top of spawn with a rough landing. Let's see if going into the first person helps me do that. So F, look up, hit that, straight up, and boom, made it to almost the very top of spawn from the ground with those 3 skills. Acid is very good for getting into high places. Now onto the new boss here. We have Verdante, which is the acid boss, and he has a few skills, 3 to be exact. His first skill is a slam on the ground, which does small AoE and decent damage. His next skill, which is a ranged attack, it throws down a series of acid sheets on the ground that when you run over them, you slip and take damage. As you see here, whenever he goes into the mode where you can attack him, every few seconds he will do a little pulse that pushes you back away from him so that you can attack him. But this is the only phase when he is weak enough to damage. A few tips for this boss. As you can see, what I'm using is Lightning Supply and Call of the Beast, along with Perfect Storm and Plasma Turrets, which is the best combo and does the most damage on the bosses. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you found it helpful, definitely consider liking and subscribing. If you want to see more content on Sorcerer Fighting Simulator, just leave a comment on what you want me to do, and I'll be sure to look at every single comment and try to get all of your ideas in a video. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.